Hey everybody, Richter Knives here, your favorite knife tuber, episode number 195. And today what we're going to be looking at is this number 15 Huckleberry boy's knife. And here's the tube. 153115 rust red jig bone. Check that art out. Huckleberry boy's knife. 1095 carbon steel. And I like this art on this one. This kind of brings you back to the olden days, back when probably every single boy had a pocket knife in their pocket. Remember in the 80s when I was a youngin', and I had my first pocket knife when I was 5 years old, and it kind of felt that way, kind of like a rite of passage to manhood. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you're growing up. It's time for you to have a pocket knife like a real man. And you took a lot of pride in it. This is one of them things where I can't tell you probably how many boys had a knife something like this. And that's why I love these 15 patterns from GEC. Just because it kind of brings me back to the olden days. Kind of makes me think of, I know that a lot of people used to watch Westerns back in the day. I know my grandparents did, my mom and dad did, and I sit there and watched them. And just to think back, like in the early 1800s or late 1800s and the early 1900s, what they were doing as far as pocket knife goes, probably, like I said, everybody had a pocket knife. Not like today when, a lot of people their job is online, or their job is, in an office somewhere or something like that. But I know today I use a pocket knife every single day. And I think it's mostly, I don't know if I'd use one if my dad didn't give me one when I was 5 years old and teach me how to use it and all that good stuff. And if I just didn't carry one. A lot of people I know don't carry a knife at all, and I try to convert them. I'm like the pocket knife evangelist over here, trying to get folks to carry pocket knives. I give away quite a few of them, and I just like to see somebody enjoy one. And this one right here, like I said, the 15 pattern just gives me those vibes. Like, this would be a perfect starter knife for a boy. And back in the day, I don't know all the history on these, but I know a lot of them had spear points. Not too many clip points, but they also had a lot of sheep foot too, just like this one. Not all of them were in jig bone. Most of them had wood handles, metal handles, even the metal handles that were hollowed out and kind of crimped into the liners. And they usually had like billboarding and stuff on them, and they were pretty cheap. Probably way back in the day, about 5 cents or 25 cents. Probably the more fancy ones were maybe about, I don't know, $2.50. That was kind of the going price back in the day. I mean, the day back before me. This one right here on the secondary market, this is a 2015, like I said. I got this one for a $200 bill. It's used. I could see somebody probably flitzed it or something, because there's little marks on the bolsters from probably carrying it. It was probably only carried, not used very much. I'd say probably pocket, very super light use. It does have a few little rust spots here and there I got to take care of. Let me show you if I can. Here's one right here on the bolster. Right there, our tang. Here's your stamp, GEC, TIW, and your model number. And then Titty Cutlery, made in USA. If you go to the GEC website and you just kind of look up where they have the history of Titty, this would probably have a lot more meaning. I think that the history of pocket knives and knives like this just, they enamor me. I just love this. Now, I've always loved, ever since I got into knives, the smaller knives like this. This is a good 4-finger grip if you need to. It's got like that choil right there where your finger can go, and it just kind of locks you in. And this will do for everyday task. I mean, it's small, yes, but it'll do you for everyday tasks. Here's a comparison to the TC Barlow with the same blade. You could kind of see the dressed up version. And this is the saw cut Rich Light, I believe. So there's that. Then let's compare it to another knife other people might know. This is the 44 gun stock from GEC. And I'd say it's about the same size, pretty close. 44 is a little longer blade. When you close them, I think they're just about right there the same. Yeah, the blade is just a little longer on that 44. And then one that probably everybody knows what it is, the Case Trapper. So here's the comparison to the Case Trapper. This is the large. There you go. Love the jig bone on this one. I think what got me into the 15, the boy's knife, is probably watching Randy Johnson over there with his saw cut bone, amber bone 15, I believe it is, TC Barlow, and it had the sheep's foot blade on it. And I watched a lot of YouTube back when I first started getting into knives, and that was one of my grails. But I will say this, this is my third knife exactly like this. I got one just like this, and the bevel on the sharpening blade was really large. Kind of bothered me. I still carried it. It just looked wonky. It just didn't look right. I straightened it and sharpened it and stuff, and it just, when I got it, it was wonky, but I tried to fix it, and it just always bothered me. So when I got a TC Barlow, I traded it. Then I seen another one like this, and I got it, and I loved it, and I carried it a lot. But then I also got another TC Barlow, and I had like 4 15s, and I had one that was jig bone, a Urban Jack, kind of like this. And I thought to myself, if I get rid of this one and trade it, I might not miss it. Lies. Lies from the devil. I missed it really bad. So when I seen this one up for $200, I said to myself, self, just like that, self, you gonna go ahead and pick that up. So I did. Message old boy. He sent it on to me. Here I am again for the third time with this exact knife, and it ain't going nowhere this time. I say that, and when I really say that, I really mean it. For now. But I missed this one. I don't think I want to get rid of it again, just because I actually like it better than the TC Barlow. I like the jack part. I like the bolsters on the end. I like the steel. I'm a brass guy, but the steel just looks old school to me. This whole thing, fit and finish wise, is immaculate pretty much, except for the rust on the tang there, right there. And the blade's got fingerprints, and I think it had patina on it at one point, was cleaned off, but you can see the grind lines in there still. Pardon the feller with the lawnmower driving down the road. Hey, feller. Anyway, you got the steel pins, liners. You got the long pull right there. And I noticed the one on the 2015, the long pull, is a little longer than the one on the, what is this, a 24? Yeah. See? Not by much. You see it goes into a tang a little bit right there. They clean that up on this one. So anywho, this one I put a little bit of sharpening to this morning because I wanted to carry it. I'm gonna carry it. See what it does. I miss it. I just wanted to share it with y'all. Look at that jigging on the bone. There's nothing like bone jigging, man, that's done right. I always say Case is probably the best at it. But GEC ain't no slouch. I'm telling you. Do you pull on it? That's probably a 5. Yeah, that's a 5. Good snap. Centering right down the middle. Strike! Pretty close. It might be a tad to the left. I don't know. Can't tell. The lighting here. It's pretty darn close. It's a strike either way. I love it because it's pinchable. I've had the spear point, and it's not near as pinchable. You got to use your thumbnail. I'm not all about using my thumbnail because I ain't much got one. You see that? I'm not a hand model. I'm a knife tuber. But I don't like using my nail to open knives. It just feels weird. I like to just pinch it out. There you go. There you go. Good snap. Here. Love it. Just want to share it with y'all. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments. Shoot her on down there. Do you like the TC Barlow more? Do you like this one more? Do you have one of these? Do you like it? Also, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe. It's that little red button right down there. And don't forget to tell your friends, your family, your mama, your baby mama, your sugar mama, your barber about Richter knives. Alrighty. I'll let you go. Next time you see this, she'll have some Teeners on her. Y'all have a good one. This is Richter. Out.